Well, gee whiz, if there is one thing that riles me up, it has got to be this.
What could that be, Kevduit?
YouTubers that continuously post videos that are roughly the same thing over and over again.
Oh, you said it.
Like, I always come up with absolutely unique ideas.
Sure.
Well, anyways, that's besides the point. I've got a great new and totally unique, never done before video that I really need to jump into here.
Awesome. And that video is?
Making money fast in the Elder Scrolls Online. So, I know that a lot of you saw the title of this video and immediately thought,
Kevduit, you already have 2 videos on making money in ESO.
And while that might be correct, it is also true. My first money-making video focused solely on stealing weapons and armor, things of lower value, to then deconstruct them to level up and gain some materials to either sell them or keep them. My second video focused much more on teaching you how to become the Master Thief. There's a difference, okay? But now I believe that you're ready. Have you ever thought to yourself,
hey, although I'm a steely guy, why aren't my steely ways making me enough gold to afford luxurious items such as a bread?
Today I'm about to teach you that the Earth isn't actually the center of the solar system. You are. Today I'm gonna show you my top locations to rob valuable items, making you 50,000 gold an hour, if not more. Before you head out to ruin others' lives, I have a few reminders. If you have rapid maneuver, use it. Make as much space as you can in your inventory. Always pickpocket if possible, and if you have a blade of woe, pickpocket civilians twice, then assassinate them. You have the possibility of getting more items doing it that way. And please, for the love of Bartholomew Kiwi, do not steal items worth less than 100 gold. Trust me, it is not worth your time stealing them. Also, remember to check every single little trunk and shelf that you can. Sometimes they do contain valuable items as well, but people always forget about them. They are shown no love. Why? Why don't we care? Finally, remember to level up both your Thieves Guild skill line, if you have the DLC of course, and your Ledger Domain skills. The reason being that this will maximize the amount you can sell to the Thieves Guild, maximize the amount of gold that you get for selling stolen goods, and it gives you a higher chance to instantly break into difficult safe boxes, unless you are like me and are a professional. And lastly, it will help you maximize your... With that being said, grab your lockpicks, prepare your crouch button, and let's get right into a very informational and helpful video. And what better way to start off this lesson with the lesser alliances, starting off with the Ebonheart Pact. Unless of course you've completed all the campaigns, then you can just go to all these locations. So now, as a respectable thief, you are going to want to travel to a city filled with drunkards and morons, and that city is known as Windhelm. Here I have drawn up the map of Windhelm with my exact thieving route. So now it's time to pretend like you're a paper boy, running from house to house, but instead of delivering papers, you're stealing innocent people's valuable items that they can't afford to lose. So let's start at the Mages Guild, which contains 3 safe boxes, all downstairs. There are 2 to the left and 1 of them to the right. From there, let's move on to the Fighters Guild, which contains 5 safe boxes, 3 downstairs and 2 upstairs. And please don't let this guy catch you. Trust me, he sees everything. Now we're gonna head right next door to Thane Mara's house, which has 2 safe boxes, 1 upstairs and 1 downstairs, and please rob this guy. He doesn't deserve nice things. Next, we're gonna head up to the Oaken Hall Emporium, not inside the building, but rather all the businesses outside the building. There are 4 shops that contain safe boxes here. After you rob these people of their livelihood, head on over to the Sober Nord Tavern, which contains 1 safe box downstairs. Now we need to use our Sanic skills to dash across the town to the Adams Retreat, which contains 1 safe box as well as their next door neighbors, the Tree's Bounty. At this point, you can dash on down to the Thieves Guild, sell all that loot, remove your bounty that you possibly have, and then head on over to the Cold Moon Inn, which contains 2 safe boxes, 1 upstairs and 1 downstairs, and just keep running this loop until you've sold your maximum amount, take an hour break to knit yourself a scarf out of the tears of the people that you've stolen from, and then repeat the process. Next up is the Eldameri Dominion, and because the Eldameri Dominion is filled with poor slobs, it took me nearly 3 hours to find locations that had more than just 2 or 3 safe boxes. First off, we're gonna head right back to one of my favorite armor and weapon robbing locations, the Great Deku Tree. The first floor of the Way Shrine has nothing, nada, so we're gonna use our running powers to head to level 2. Here we have a lot of backpacks and trunks to rob, but the 2 main safe boxes that you want are located at the woodworking station and at the clothing station. Next up, head on over to the Nerds Guild, in which you will find another 2 safe boxes, 1 in the alchemy station and 1 in the enchanting station, and then finally head over to the Fighters Guild, where you will find the last 2 safe boxes in various areas is where all the armor and weapons are. Thanks for skimping out, you lousy Dominion! But hark, there art more for thou is to robbest. Now you're gonna head on over to the town of Wacom, which contains another 7 safe boxes. Start at Here's the Wind's home. Yes, you need to break in, steal their 1 safe box, steal from them, and then head over to the Waxing Crescent, which contains another 2 safe boxes, 1 upstairs and 1 downstairs, and make sure to loot all of the cabinets and shelves here. There are a lot. Next up, head straight on over to the market section of town. Here you will find another 2 safe boxes, along with many backpacks and trunks to steal from. Next up, you can head straight into Kuna's hut, where she thought she could hide a safe box behind her desk. Well, it's time to prove her wrong. Finally, head on over to the bank, which has the last safe box sitting to your right as you enter. There's a Thieves Guild located right next to the bank, so just drop off those items and then head back out for your next round. And finally, we're gonna travel to a land of dreams, of power, of true majesty, the Daggerfall Covenant, and we're gonna rob the heck out of these nice citizens. Daggerfall Covenant by far has the most amount of solid robbing locations, but one place stands out amongst the crowd, and that place is Holland's Stand. Alright, so we start off our journey at the Fountain Court Market, the town square, which has millions of safe boxes, and by millions I mean 5, so just go ahead and jump right on into these little market booths to grab them all. Now go on over to the Fighters Guild, which has 1 safe box, and then to the neighbor's house, Cathil's home, in which you will find another safe box. Now you...
Oh, wait, Kevduit, please pickpocket me on your way out.
What makes you think you're worthy of my pickpocketing skills?
I am not, but I will let all my friends know that you can pickpocket them as well.
Okay. I agree to your terms, peasant. From Cathil's home, go to the Magical Ring, which has 1 safe box, over to the home of Runed, another nerd with a safe box, and then head over to the Sublime Elixir, which has another one. Now you must make like a tree and run across the city over to the Drowsy Owl, which contains 3 safe boxes, all on the bottom floor and in different rooms. Now head to your next 3 locations, the Mages Guild, the Steeping Sun, and then finally the Snakeskin Suds, which all have 1 safe box each. Now you can make the choice to either continue stealing, can no one stop me? Or you can take the time to travel to whichever Thieves Guild you believe is closest to you. And there you have it, now you're cooking with gasoline. Soon you'll be the envy of all your friends. No longer will you be forced into buying no-name brand steak. You can afford steak in a bowl, which by the way, I sell steak in a bowl merchandise. But there's one final way for you to maximize your gold count by 220-10-4. Simply bring all of your stolen goods to your local Fregland, put on the coolest helmet you own, and then you...